In this documentary, we are going to compare two countries with each other. These countries are Curacao and Bulgaria. We used various models and theories to compare these two together, like host data analysis, Kolkhul and Trotbeck, and lastly the Lewis model. So let's start with the host data analysis. Power distance is about how the less powerful member of society accept and expect the power is distributed unequally. So as for Curacao, the power distance is quite low. And for Bulgaria, this is a different case because the power distance is quite high. Long-term orientation refers to when a society is focused on the future. If a country has this cultural perspective, then they value persistence, perseverance, saving, and to be able to adapt. On the other hand, short-term orientation is when a society is more focused on present or past and consider them more important than the future. If you have a short-term orientation, you value tradition, current social hierarchy, and fulfilling your social obligations. In Curacao, for example, is punctuality it's not important. Also, the individual's ways of thinking are very short-term based. A lot of thoughts are for the present. And the traditions are very important. Bulgaria is very similar, even though they score high on the host data dimension. Next, we have individualism. Individualism is about a society in which people don't have a tie between each other. Everyone is expected to look after himself and immediate family only. But collectivism is about a society that individuals form part of a strong in-group. This means they are really united. Curacao is more of an individualistic country when it comes to money and business. But because Curacao is an island, everyone knows each other and cares for each other in a way. Bulgaria, on the other hand, is more we-orientated. So this means they are more focused on family and friends. And the last part of the host data dimension is masculinity. The masculinity refers to the side of society that prefers things like achievement, material rewards for success. And this is a society more competitive. Whereas femininity stands for a society that has preference for cooperation, caring, and quality of life. With Bulgaria, it is a close gap between masculinity and feminine because they want to work in order to live, but they also want to keep family and friends close. But Curacao is more based on achievement and competition, especially within companies. They are motivated by achievements in order to get a great job and expensive and luxe possessions. Next, we're going to do the Kolkholm and Strutbeck model. This theory also covers 5 dimensions: goodness and badness, harmony and mastery, past, present, and future, doing vs being, individualistic and collective. Individualistic and collective. If we want to describe for each dimension, it will be as following. Bulgaria is with the goodness. Same goes for Curacao. They both have the belief that people are inherently good, and both want to create a harmony between man and nature. Also, from a written explanation from the host stated dimensions, both countries are looking into the future. As with the interviewee, maybe older generations may look in the present and past.
The Lewis model. The Lewis model criticizes preoccupation with north-south monochronic and polychronic clashes. This can be divided into three different dimensions. The first dimension is called linear active. This dimension is for the ones who are structure based. They plan ahead step by step and schedule and organize. The second dimension is called multi-active. Like it already states in the name, people who fit into this dimension does several things at once. Instead of planning and scheduling every detail, they only plan out the bigger things, where also their oral communication is more emotional based. Feelings are before facts in the multi-active, but also relationships are more important than results. The last dimension of the Lewis model is reactive. This dimension is more focused on respect. They listen and react to individuals' action and look at general principles. They tend to be indirect but keep it polite. They are very people oriented and strive for harmony. And because it's so personal, they strive for face to face contact. If placed in the Lewis model, Bulgaria and Curacao will have for the most part a multi-active with a tendency towards a linear active. This will be because both countries are more fitted in towards those dimensions, where they both are very harmony intended and also politeness are important factors.